Hello students. Hi, this is Pankaj Singh. Welcome to Trident's Chemistry, where we will learn topics of chemistry in conceptual and tricky ways. So, let's begin.
Hello students, welcome back to the lecture 3 of this carbon containing compound. Already we have covered about the types of bonds, ionic bonds, covalent bond, their characteristics. Now in today's lecture, we'll introduce what is meant by organic compound. We'll also study about the allotropes of carbon and the versatile nature of carbon. Okay, so let us discuss about the organic compounds. So what you mean by organic compounds? If I want to explain an organic compound, the chemical compound which are present, which are present in living organism, it is plant and animal. This plant and animal, okay, are called organic compound. So this could be our definition of organic compound. So in the beginning, it was believed that this organic compound was possible only in a plant and animals. Led the scientists of the early days to propose that the vital force was necessary for the formation of such compound. So this organic compound, in the beginning, it was considered that organic compound was because of vital force and imaginary binding forces which present between the molecule of the organic compounds. Understood? So this vital force was just an imaginary force, like because of this force, this organic compound exists in nature and all. So we all know that this is not that much true, right? Because after few years, it was practically proved. I'll name the scientist Friedrich Wöhler. Friedrich Wöhler. He was a scientist who did the experiment in the lab, है ना? And he denied the idea of vital force when he prepared the, I can say he denied the idea of vital force when he prepared an organic compound, an organic compound from inorganic substance. Okay, so the it was like this, NH4 CNO. जब उन्होंने उसको properly एक lab में treat किया, he got the urea. The first organic compound which was synthesized by the scientist was urea, and this is ammonium cyanide. Ammonium cyanide, and this is inorganic compound. Okay, this was the inorganic compound, and this is the first organic compound which was prepared in the lab or synthesized by the Friedrich Wöhler. तो इससे क्या प्रूव होता है कि जो बिगनिंग हमारा कंसेप्ट था कि जितने भी ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड प्रेजेंट होते हैं दे एग्जिस्ट देयर पॉसिबिलिटीज ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ vital force exists between them, but we all know that this was not the true. So to deny it, to disprove it, to make it wrong, to prove it wrong, Friendly Wöhler had did this experiment in the lab and he proved that there is the possibilities is that there can be the method of preparation of organic compound in the lab. Not only because of vital force it will exist, but because of certain chemical reaction it can be also produced in the lab. So this was the concept of introduction of organic compound we should know. Now we should know the allotropes of the carbon. So let us define what is mean by allotropes. Okay. So if I want to define allotropes, we already know about the allotropes of carbon. We know the diamond. We know the graphite, right? So what is mean by allotropes? They have same chemical properties, but different physical properties like melting point, boiling point, refractive index. This all comes under what? This all comes under the physical properties. So we'd like to see the types of allotropes now. The first allotrope that we already know and it is very famous is diamond. What is diamond? Is the crystalline allotrope of carbon. This crystalline allotrope of कार्बन. सो अगर एग्जाम में पूछता है ये तो हमें पॉइंट वाइज में लिखना है. व्हाट कुड द सेकंड पॉइंट? इट इज वेरी हार्ड. What could be the third point? We already know about this, right? It has high melting point. This diamond is having high melting point. What could be the fourth point? I can say not the poor, it is non-conductor. I can directly say it is non-conductor of heat and electricity. Correct? Understood, everyone? Okay. So these are the required point we should know about the diamonds. And fifth point, if I want to go for it, then pure diamond जो होता है ना एकदम pure diamond होता है without any impurities. So pure diamond is transparent and colorless solid. Transparent and colorless solid. If I talk about the structure, if I talk about the structure of diamond, so we know that it possesses a tetrahedral geometry. Each carbon atom connected to 4 carbon atom, and that is by the covalent bond, right? So let us see if I try to draw the structure, a simple structure, मतलब एकदम सिंपल तरीके से जो बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर हो सकता है कि एक कार्बन कितने कार्बन कनेक्ट हो सकते हैं, इन व्हाट वे. So this you could understand, this will be the tetrahedral structure. So if I place a carbon here, one carbon at the center, I could see it is connected to the 4 other carbon, and this whole chain it going along all the way. Okay, like if I think अच्छा next क्या होगा, तो next you can consider this as a center, so it will be this. तो हर कार्बन कितने कार्बन कनेक्टेड है? 4 कार्बन एटम से कनेक्टेड, वो भी कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड से. मतलब इसमें कैसा होता है कि लॉन्ग चेन जो बन रहा है इसमें है सिर्फ कार्बन कार्बन ही आपस में कनेक्टेड है, इसमें सिर्फ कार्बन और कार्बन ही आपस में कनेक्टेड होते हैं. एंड एवरी कार्बन इज कोवेलेंटली कनेक्टेड टू दी 4 कार्बन एटम, एंड वी नो द वैलेंसी ऑफ कार्बन, we know the valency of carbon, that is 4. So maximum it can form 4 bonds, so no free electron is left, and that is why it is the poor conductor of electricity. Understood, everyone? Okay, so let us discuss about its some properties of diamond, then we'll see the uses. Okay, so what are the properties of diamonds? Yes, any guesses? Right, we know that polished diamonds sparkle brightly because it reflects most of the light. I can say it has high refractive index. The value of refractive index is 2.45 approximately. Okay, it is approximately 2.45. Understood. And second, this diamond not attacked by any acid or alkalis and solvents. Like, you know that what are the solvents? Like the first solvent that comes in our mind is water. Then organic solvent की अगर हम बात करेंगे तो ether, benzene, है ना, और CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. But if I talk about if anyone could be possibility that anyone attack, याद रखना diamonds are attacked by fluorine. आप लोग को पता ही है highly electronegative element group 17, but that needs a temperature बच्चों that is 750 degree Celsius approximately. Okay, if I write carbon, I need to mention this is we are talking about diamond because the formula of the diamond and graphite is same बच्चों. Okay, so it is 2F2 and it will give you Cf. So as I mentioned, the temperature should be approximately 750 degree Celsius. Understood? So sometime it is attacked. And fourth point is the density of the diamond is little high. It is approximately, as per my knowledge, it is 3.51 gram per centimeter cube at below room temperature, that is 20 degree Celsius. So these are the properties that we should know about the diamonds. Now the very important thing that we should consider is uses of diamond. So let us talk about uses of diamond. What are the uses? We all are familiar, like ज्वेलरी में हमें इसको यूज करते हैं, करेक्ट. इसके अलावा तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट यूज है a saw fitted with a diamond. A saw as fitted with a diamond is used for sawing machine. You could imagine how hard it is, and it is being used in the machinery part. And we also know that a chip diamond, very small piece of diamond, is used for glass cutting. For this, used for the glass cutting. Apart from this, you all are familiar with the black diamond. Yeah. So, जो black diamond होता है, it is used in making drills. Drilling जहाँ पे की जाती है ना, वहाँ पे हम इसको use कर सकते हैं. Then fourth, I'll not write much uses, like very familiar uses only. Okay. Diamonds are used for making high precision tools. Diamonds are used to make high precision tools. That we all know that used in surgeries, right? Like for example, for removal of cataract, आई ऑपरेशन होता है ना, तो उसके लिए हम लोग इसको यूज करते हैं. बट उससे बनाया हुआ जो इंस्ट्रूमेंट है वो काफी ज्यादा प्रिसाइज होता है. तो जैसे कि कैटरेक्ट, वी नो दैट इज वेरी सेंसिटिव ऑपरेशन डन बाय द डॉक्टर्स. वो सारी चीजें हमें याद रखनी है. अंडरस्टूड. So this was the first allotrope of carbon that was known as diamond. And we know that diamond के बारे में, हमें diamond के बारे में पता चल चुका है, हमें उसका स्ट्रक्चर पता है ना. एक चीज मैं और यहाँ पे ऐड कर दूंगा बच्चों, इन फ्यूचर जब भी आप पढ़ेंगे, तो जो हाइब्रिडाइजेशन होता है वो डायमंड में होता है sp3। जो हाइब्रिडाइजेशन होता है डायमंड में क्या होता है, sp3 होता है। ओके, और ये जो ज्योमेट्री आप देख रहे हो, ये ज्योमेट्री जो है वो 3 डायमेंशनल ज्योमेट्री, जो टेट्राहेड्रल ज्योमेट्री होता है ना बेटा, ये दिस इज 3 डायमेंशनल ज्योमेट्री। अंडरस्टूड? Okay, so now we'll go for the second allotrope, which is known as graphite, and we all are familiar of very much it, right? What are the graphites? And for example, let us start with the point wise topic. जैसे हम point wise लिखते हैं तो ये ज़्यादा easy होता है हमें समझने के लिए उस topic को. It is also known as black lead. Black lead, है ना? क्योंकि you know that it marks, because it marks paper black. It's very simple to know that, correct? Right? And for example, this graphite is taken from the Greek word. You all know what does it mean? This is graphene. इसका मतलब होता है to write, right? इसके लिए हम लोग lead बोलते हैं ना, पेंसिल वगैरह में lead होती है, या इसके लिए. And it is dark gray solid. It is dark gray solid. And याद रखना, जैसे वो टेट्राहेड्रल था, ये है हेक्सागोनल प्लानर. हेक्सागोनल प्लेन्स जो होते हैं वो आपस में कनेक्ट होते हैं. ठीक है, हेक्सागोनल पैरेलल प्लेन जो होते हैं वो आपस में कनेक्ट होते हैं. और फॉर योर एग्जांपल, इसमें याद रखना कि 1 कार्बन एटम इज ओनली connected to 3 carbon atom. What does it mean then? Means 1 electron is left, right? 1 electron is left. तो हम क्या कह सकते हैं फिर वो, जैसा हमने एग्जाम में पढ़ा था, it is non-conductor. So I can say, what I can say now? Good. Conductor of heat and electricity. Due to which thing? Due to free electron. So let us see the geometry of this. Let us try for this now. So if I try to draw this pattern, how does it look like? So see this, it is connected in the plane wise pattern, like this is the first layer. Just below it I will have the second layer now, just below it, like this. And each layer, each corner has a 1 carbon at it, and every corner is connected to 1 carbon each. This is not the perfect diagram, though I'll try my best to connect this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what you can observe? You can observe the layers. You can observe the layers. This layer are separated by a force called as van der Waals force, which you all know that this is very weak force. इसके लिए जब हम लोग पेपर पे लिखते हैं तो every time this layer breaks down, so every time we see the image on our paper. तो ये लेयर ही कम होते जाता है, करते जाता है. इसके वजह से हम इसको बोलते हैं, इसको पेन हम वी यूज एज अ पेंसिल. ओके, धीरे धीरे पेंसिल खत्म होता है, बाद में उसको वापस से हम उसको क्लीन करते हैं, वापस शार्प करते हैं, फिर यूज करते हैं. इसमें देख सकते हो 1 कार्बन इज कनेक्टेड टू हाउ मेनी कॉर्नर्स? 1 here, 1 here, and 1 at the bottom. So means 1 electron is left, which is moving around the structure, and that is why this is the good conductor of heat and electricity. So if I want to go for the properties of it, so let us see. So some difference are definitely there are some difference between the diamonds and graphites. So the first is it is grayish black. This grayish black opaque material having metallic luster. So I can say it has a shining property, right? And it is soft and has a soapy touch. मतलब स्लीपरी टच होता है ना उस पैटर्न में, ठीक है. एंड वी नो दैट दिस ग्रेफाइट is lighter than diamond क्योंकि इसकी डेंसिटी क्या हो जाएगी बेटा, कम हो जाएगी, तो लाइटर ही होगा, है ना. बट इट इज गुड कंडक्टर ऑफ heat and electricity, correct. Then along with this it has high melting point. Sixth and very important, it is insoluble in all common solvent. मतलब जैसे वाटर वगैरह हुआ, जितने भी कॉमन सॉल्वेंट है सब में क्या बेटा ये इनसॉल्युबल है, सब में क्या बेटा ये लोग सारे के सारे इनसॉल्युबल हैं, ठीक है. मतलब ग्रेफाइट पूरा पूरा इनसॉल्युबल हो जाता है. नाउ इफ आई टॉक अबाउट यूजेस, देखो ये टॉपिक्स बहुत सिंपल सिंपल टॉपिक्स है, डे टुडे लाइफ में भी हमें इनके बारे में काफी ज्यादा पता होता है, तो ये टॉपिक हमें इजीली याद भी हो जाता है और क्वेश्चन अगर एग्जाम्स वगैरह में आते हैं तो आप इजीली आंसर लिख सकते हैं इसका. ओके, तो फर्स्ट यूज क्या है, आई कैन से मेकिंग electrodes in dry cell. Dry cell is also known as लेक्लांचे सेल, जो हमारे टॉर्च में बैटरीज वगैरह यूज होती है ना, उसके तरह हम यूज कर सकते हैं. एज अ लुब्रिकेंट की तरह हम भी इसको यूज कर सकते हैं. लुब्रिकेंट मतलब ग्रीस, जो शटर वगैरह होता है हम अप डाउन करते हैं दुकानों में, तो उसमें एज अ लुब्रिकेंट भी यूज कर सकते हैं. इसके अलावा मशीन्स के जो पार्ट्स होते हैं जहाँ पे ऑयल यूज नहीं किया जा सकता एज अ लुब्रिकेंट, वहां पे भी हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं. काफी ज्यादा यूजेस हैं इसके. यूज फॉर मेकिंग crucibles, so making crucibles or melting metals, or melting metals. Then fourth point, for manufacturing of lead pencil, उसको बनाने के लिए भी यूज किया जाता है. इसके अलावा it is also used as a neutron moderator, very important use, neutron moderator in nuclear reactor. And sixth and very important use is manufacturer of artificial diamond. It can be used in manufacturing of artificial diamond. Just imagine, तो basically अगर हम ध्यान दें तो कहीं ना कहीं diamond is always connected with what? Graphite part, right? तो ये सारी जो यूजेस हैं ये ग्रेफाइट के हैं. डे टू डे लाइफ में हमें बहुत सारे यूजेस पता ही है, तो इतना यूज जो है आपका ग्रेफाइट का, इट इज मोर देन sufficient. It is more than sufficient. So we should all know that about it. See what could be the uses of diamond, what are the uses of graphite, and what are their properties that they depends upon the day-to-day life. Okay, now let us talk about the third and the last as per our syllabus. Allotropes is fullerenes right? We are very much familiar about the fullerenes, and it was discovered in fullerene was discovered in 1985 by, we know the name of the scientist, Robert F. Karl Jr. Along with, there was another scientist, Harold Kroto, and Richard E. Smalling. These are the scientists who invented this and all, right? Are you getting this? और बाद में इसका नाम फुलरीन क्यों पड़ा? बिकॉज वी नो दैट इंजीनियर जिन्होंने इसको बनाया था उनका नाम क्या था? आर बक मिंस्टर फुलर। उसके नाम पे इन्होंने, किनके नाम पे? इस एलोट्रॉप का नाम पड़ा क्या? फुलरीन। ओके बच्चों, अंडरस्टूड? जस्ट लेट मी राइट इट अगेन। उसके नाम पे फुलरीन्स का नाम हमारा जो है बकमिंस्टर फुलर के नाम पे फुलरीन का नाम पड़ा, ठीक है? Now, if we see the types of, like, according to this molecule containing 60 atom of carbon has a name Buckminster Fuller, तो approximately C60 मतलब ये मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट था जो परफेक्ट हमें एक फुलरीन का स्ट्रक्चर मिला था। इट वाज लाइक द फुटबॉल शेप, इट वाज लाइक द फुटबॉल शेप। जो कॉमनली नोन जो फुलरीन्स है वो है हमारे C60, C70, C74, C78 and so on. But out of this all, C60 is most stable and most studied form of fullerenes. अब जो C60 वो कैसे बना था? जो C60 है वो कैसे बना था? तो 21 उसके अंदर 6 मेंबर रिंग था। 6 मेंबर रिंग मतलब ऐसे 21 शेप ऐसे थे, एंड 12 5 मेंबर रिंग था बच्चों उसके अंदर। इस प्रकार से पेंटागन जिसको हम बोल सकते हैं, ये आपस में कनेक्ट है और प्रॉपर फुटबॉल शेप जैसा बना था, है ना? इट हैज आई कैन से इट इज लाइक hollow cage like structure in the football shape pattern. Understood? और जितने भी कॉर्नर्स थे ये सारे के सारे किसके हैं बेटा? कार्बन के बने हुए हैं। किसके बने हुए हैं? कार्बन के बने हुए हैं। हर कॉर्नर पे कार्बन दिख जाएगा आपको, हर कॉर्नर पे कार्बन। ओके, सो दिस वाज हाउ डज इट लुक लाइक। अगर हम प्रिपरेशन की बात करेंगे, प्रिपरेशन के मेथड से कुछ यहाँ पे प्रिपेयर करने के जो कि हमने बनाया था, राइट? जैसे फर्स्ट था बाई इलेक्ट्रिकली हीटिंग graphite rod in atmosphere of helium. तो ये सारे कंडीशन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होते हैं to prepare the fullerenes, and very simple another method was by vaporizing graphite by using laser. So these were the methods for the preparation of fullerenes. ये आप लोग को याद होना चाहिए। सिंपल सिंपल टर्म्स हैं। अगर हम उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज की बात करेंगे तो अब ये कुछ एडवांस टाइप का हमारा एलोट्रॉप ऑफ कार्बन है, तो इसकी प्रॉपर्टीज भी कुछ अच्छी होनी चाहिए, राइट। तो fullerene is soluble in benzene. बेंजीन आपको पता है फॉर्मूला इज C6H6 benzene and forms deep violet color solution. Then second is crystalline fullerene as semiconductor property. You know that semiconductor. Third, and very important, compounds of fullerenes with alkali metals, you know, alkali, sodium, potassium, ये सारे alkali metals called fluorides, and they are what? They are superconductor. What does it mean? They conduct electricity in lot amount. Okay, understood. And if we separately study about the uses, let us see what could be the uses of fullerenes. अब ये स्पेशल वाला है एलोट्रॉप्स, तो इसके कुछ और भी स्पेशल यूजेस होंगे, राइट। तो पहला जैसा हमें पता ही है, एज अ सुपर कंडक्टर. सेकेंड, एज अ semiconductor. Third, as a lubricant and catalyst. Fourth, as used for fibers to reinforce plastics. तो बेटा ये सारी चीजें जो हैं, properties, uses, preparation of each and every allotropes, we have to keep remember it till the exams, and after that we'll be remembering for whole lifetime, because जो concept है बहुत ही simple है, and these all are amazing concepts that you all should know about it. Okay, so this was the lectures about the allotropes of carbon. In the next lecture we'll study versatile nature of carbon, why the carbon has a versatile nature and what are their importance, और कौन कौन से points हैं जो उसको versatile बनाते हैं, कौन कौन से points हैं जो उसको versatile बनाते हैं. Understood everyone? Okay, thank you.